The confusing events that early fall in Melina Point began perhaps with the return of Kate Osborne, the beguiling blonde divorcee arriving back in California richer than sin and with a story as strange as the melodies spun by a modern Pied Piper to mesmerize the unwary. Or maybe the strangeness started with the old faded photograph of a child from a half a century past, and the memories she'd awakened in the yellow tomcat. Maybe that was the beginning of the odd occurrences that stirred through the coastal village, setting the 5 cats off on new paths, propelling them into 2 forgotten worlds, as exotic as the nightmares that jerk us awake in the small hours, frightened and amazed. The village of Melina Point hugs the California coast 150 miles below San Francisco Harbor, its own smaller bay cutting into the land in a deep underwater abyss, its shore rising abruptly in a ragged cliff along which Highway 1 cuts as frail as a spider's thread. Maybe the tale commences here, on the narrow 2-lane that wanders twisting and uncertain high above the pounding waves. It was growing dark when Lucinda and Pedric Greenlaw and their tortoiseshell cat left their favorite seafood restaurant north of Santa Cruz. Lucinda had carried Kit to their table hidden in her canvas tote, the smug and purring tortie curled up inside, anticipating lobster and scallops slipped to her during their leisurely meal. Now the threesome, replete with a good dinner and comfortable in their new, only slightly used, Lincoln town car, continued on south, where they had reservations at a motel that welcomed cats. An establishment that even accommodated dogs, if they didn't chase the cats or pee on someone's sandals. They'd departed San Francisco in late afternoon, Pedric driving, the setting sun in their eyes as it sank into the sea, its reflections glancing off the dark stone cliff that soon rose on their left, towering black above them. The Lincoln took the precipitous curves with a calm and steady assurance that eased Lucinda's thoughts of the 100-foot drop below them into a cold and churning sea. In the seat behind the thin older couple, tortoiseshell Kit sprawled atop a mountain of packages, her fluffy tail twitching as she looked far down at the boiling waves and then looked up at the dark, wooded hills rising above the cliff against the orange-streaked sky. The trip home, for Kit, was bittersweet. She loved the city. She had loved going around to all the exclusive designers' shops, riding in Lucinda's big carryall like a spoiled lapdog.